What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is 18.
Mercer, one half of the tag team champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. the Monday Mayhem Warriors here from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the Sorgatron Media Studios. As you take a look outside here on this Pittsburghy night. But, of course, we are ready to rock here after, just a crappy day on the road today, but there's a lot of great wrestling and more wrestling coming up, and I got my crew here with me to help go over all of it about some of the experience, some of the shows, but more specifically what's happened here on this Monday night. First of all, coming at you from Beacon, New York, the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavored letter from the WWE, it is Mad Mike.
Sorg, I thought you guys were from Pittsburgh.
Well, we absolutely are, actually.
Well, that's what I was led to believe this past week in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Is that y'all were from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It really seemed like it. She was everywhere last week.
My God, that pop.
Uh-huh.
And the ring jacket was just lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Both
nights.
Both of them. Yeah.
It was great. I actually got to catch up with Britt yesterday at the Steel City Con and say hi and stuff. So I don't think I was telling her, I don't think we've run into each other until since like one random time at the airport, like right before she got signed, and that was it. So it was wild. So actually, she might have been just signed by then or something like that. But either way. Also with us, our friend from Just Pro Wrestling News podcast, Mainstream Matt.
Hello, Sorg. How are you doing?
Right.
I went to 3 wrestling shows within the past week.
And
at one of them, I saved the life of a small child.
You did.
Was it your own?
Nope.
No. Absolutely not.
An even smaller child.
Yes. There's been some controversy around that as well in the behind the scenes.
Controversy over whether I should have saved the child. Is that the controversy?
Oh, I think that's only what the mother.
So
that was
Jonathan Kent was there.
Listen. If somebody has saved your child, don't yell at the person. You're a terrible parent. That's where I'm at right there. But I wasn't there. But hindsight in hearing the story and seeing some of the footage, I'm not happy about it. But anyways, but we really don't need to be getting into that right now because there's wrestling tonight. Some of it seems familiar. Actually, both shows seem familiar, some for the wrong reasons. But anyways, let's get into it. What do we want to talk? What do we hit up first?
I want to hear Mad Mike rant about Goldberg because that's what the people came to hear.
My position on Goldberg is per normal. Fuck him.
Okay.
I also hope SummerSlam is the year of children turning on their parents.
If only, right?
I hope Gage turns on his dad
and
somehow. That'll never occur.
And starts a team with Dominik, who also turns on his father.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to finish the sentence with Gage turns on his father and joins the Hurt Business.
Yes.
That's kind of where I wanted to go with that.
Yeah, but that's really where we should go.
Yeah.
And I also want Dominik to turn on his dad. Well, his dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's some air quotes there. Yep.
Embrace embrace the legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And I already have this. You ready for this? $1 million idea coming up. Do you know what Dominik's new shirt is? He's my poppy.
He's my poppy. I knew it had to be a poppy takeoff on this.
He's my poppy. He comes out, does the shimmy, and you know what? Let's get Dominik a fucking lowrider. Why not? Let's go full hog with it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That sounds like that's from like the old days, the free spending WWE days. That's not today. We could barely afford to keep the coffee machines full, Mike. Are you kidding me? Poor company is slashing payroll left and right.
Yeah, that's right. That's
budget
right.
cuts. Let's see here.
Hard times. Hard times.
Trying to figure out
hard times, Daddy.
Hard
you don't
times,
know
Daddy.
hard times. We can't keep an NXT roster of over 85. We got hard times.
Let's try to make sure let's run through what of significance happened on Raw.
It was a go home show.
Drew McIntyre won his match, so he gets to bring his sword to SummerSlam.
Oh, wait, that was the real. No.
No, it was
Now,
so
the stip
Veer,
was
it was so Veer and Shanky got banned from this.
the stipulation was that if Drew won, Veer and Shanky were banned from ringside. But if Veer and Shanky defeated Drew, then the sword, it has a name,
Angela.
It would have been banned from ringside at SummerSlam. But Drew prevailed, and Angela will run wild. And no one is ever going to get stabbed with this thing.
Nope.
And
Nope.
I don't know what the point is anymore.
Nope.
I mean, the point is either to destroy it or to stab somebody with it. So let's get to it.
I think we could stab someone with it.
We can get some special effects going.
Keep in mind, last year around this time, someone lost an eye.
It was early summer.
That's
actually,
true.
But yes.
That's true. Yep.
Yes, and
Two
Around
people
this time
lost
last
eyes,
year,
Sorg.
someone legit lost an eye, and Seth Rollins puked.
and only one person's carrying that through to the next company.
Yeah.
So
Only one person's hanging on to that.
Yep.
RK Bro is back,
Back together.
and they're gonna get a tag title shot against Styles and Amos.
Yes.
Amos is growing on me. I'm starting to like Amos. I like what I'm seeing. Gets a little better every week. I like his energy. I like
He
it.
definitely has a more of a positive momentum swing than does Commander Aziz.
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely the better of the two giants right now.
He's had a little more time to develop that too, though, right?
Not really. Dabakato was huge in Raw Underground, whereas Omos was just the bouncer.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
But to be fair, Amos did a hell of a job in his bouncing role. Yeah,
no, he didn't.
he did a great job.
That place was lawlessness, Matt Carlin.
I mean, he did a
that
great
place
job.
was lawlessness.
It was an underground fight club.
It was.
Well, exactly. Why do you need a bouncer?
I think that's it. I don't think anything else happened. Wait, 3 hours.
Well, we got confirmation: Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie
Oh, that was the one I missed.
at
yeah.
SummerSlam.
And Rhea
Elias.
Charlotte and Nikki continue to pin each other at random.
Well,
heading
no,
into their
no,
SummerSlam
no.
match.
Everyone continues to get pins except for Nikki. Nikki doesn't get wins.
Well, Nikki gets wins. It's been a week or two.
Yeah.
Trying to think back. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's where we're at.
Also, we have another development in the death of Elias.
What was it? I felt like it was the same promo with new clips. What the hell happened?
No, they showed the old one from last week first,
Yeah.
around the 9:30 spot.
Oh, there's
Then
another one.
Then right before the main, they showed him actually carrying a gravestone to the remains of the burnt guitar, and it said Elias 2017 to 2021.
What?
Yes.
Is he getting a new name?
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm okay with it.
Heavy Metal Jesus is back.
I want
He's
to
gonna
see where
be-
this goes.
He's gonna just come back as Jeff.
I
Sorry,
want
did
to
I
see
just-
where this goes. I'm intrigued.
Nobody got
he's
that,
g-
did they?
He's gonna come back.
I just loved it so much.
I mean, we got it. I think he comes back as Shulo.
Yeah, maybe they just bring him in as Jeff Shulo, and that's it.
I'm
You know.
okay with it.
So I don't know.
Hey, any excuse for us to give reason to scream Shulo again, I'm here for it.
Jeez.
But yeah, it was pretty good. It was like and you know what? You know what the best part about the Elias bits is? He's far the fuck away from Jackson Riker. He's far the fuck away from
that thing's over. Like,
Yeah.
Jackson Riker's
Good.
gone.
Good.
I guess he's doing a main event match here and there, but
Oh, jeez.
whatever was
Good.
happening, it's over.
Fuck him.
You
Fuck
hate to
that
see
piece
it.
of shit.
Oh.
No, Matt, you'd love to see it.
Yeah, all he had to do was
Love
beat
to see
Elias like 9 times in a row, and they finally just disappeared off the screen. So
And
it's
then they
weird.
just got
I
rid
think
of
that's
him.
I think that's how Cena got his big hiatus too. He beat Elias so many times, he just went poof, vaporized. Anyway,
Yes. But
let's talk
yeah,
about.
I think that was it for Raw.
Yeah, I feel like that was it too. And now we'll.
Oh, Miz officially is back.
Yes.
Like
Oh, yeah.
officially.
And he lied to his best friend.
Yeah, but they're okay now.
Dominik is the Lance Von Erich of the Guerrero family. Says Rob.
That's very
Did
layered.
you
That's very layered.
I don't know the reference, to
mean
be
the
honest.
the Kip Von Erich?
Kip Von
For all you
Erich?
MLW fans out there.
Oh,
the
wow.
Kip Von Erich,
No,
the Guerrero
he's-
family.
he's-
You know the back. I hope I'm not good on my MLW lore, but I know a little.
Or
But
is it...
there's a stray Von Erich in MLW named Kip Von Erich,
Yeah.
and his bit is that he says I'm a Von Erich, but you see MLW has two like legit Von
Well,
Erich.
it's like when C.W. Anderson said he's an Anderson.
Right. Yeah, kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And now you've got and then you have the other two Von Erichs. Like, you were never at Christmas. Who are you? And I'm Kip Von
And
Erich.
he's like, I'm Uncle Ned's kid. He's pulling a wedding crasher, but
Yeah.
in a wrestling studio.
He's a Von Erich
Oh,
crasher.
Lance
yeah.
was the, quote, cousin, says Rob.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cousin Lance. Okay.
He did such a good job.
What about?
Yeah, it's C.W. Anderson all over again. I
And
mean,
how was Lacey Von Erich related to him?
Oh, jeez.
That's a coat of a different color.
Okay.
Matt, if you want to entertain yourself, look up Lacey Von Erich interviews.
Oh, I appreciate that suggestion, but I'm still working my way through late
Oh no, he
2000
froze.
SmackDown right now.
But that was late 2002 SmackDown. Matt froze by
Oh, I'm
what
sorry.
he's
Late
talking about.
2002 SmackDown episodes is what I'm working for.
So, full disclosure. After last week's Monday show or Tuesday show,
I
Matt?
think it was after the Tuesday show.
Yeah, after the Tuesday show, Matt and I, we kind of bonded over a Halloween 2002 episode of SmackDown.
Oh, jeez.
And basically watched the whole thing together on
We-
Peacock.
We watched. If you don't know, the Halloween 2002 SmackDown episode is the episode where John Cena becomes John Cena. It's not proto John Cena, which he was, before then, where he was, tagging with Billy Kidman for some reason and other weird
Oh,
things.
really?
Yeah. Oh, see, Sorg, there was this. You know what? Screw it. We're going. We're going.
Yeah, we're going in.
Uh,
We're going in.
Sorg, do you remember the tag team championship tournament on SmackDown in 2002? The one that ended in those spectacular SmackDown 6 tag team championship matches.
No.
With like Ray and Edge. You don't remember? Okay. They had a tournament for these titles before they entered into this three-way Guerrero's Curtin, what's his name, and Edge and Mysterio feud. And this tag team tournament is the wackiest tag team tournament you've ever seen in your life. These brackets, Mad Mike was trying to help me guess them last night while we were watching the show. I didn't think I got a single one right. He's
It was
like,
it was a pretty fun game.
and I'm like, I don't know who this could possibly be. Who's teaming with Tajiri? I can't think of anyone. And
It was Brock Lesnar.
yeah, and so in the same tournament, John Cena tags with Billy Kidman.
Mhm.
There's a spectacular. There's a Devon Dudley, Ron Simmons tag team in
It was
this.
it was
tournament.
Reverend Devon.
Reverend Devon
Yes.
and Ron Simmons.
And Mark Henry and Rikishi.
Mark Henry and Rikishi,
And
who
what
are
was it?
defeated
Yeah.
by the Guerreros
What?
via submission.
What?
I'm
Yes.
telling you, don't you want to see how that happened? The Guerreros defeated the team of Rikishi and Mark Henry via submission.
No.
Mhm.
No. Come
You
on.
want to know how it
It's a
happened?
real thing.
You want to know how it
Jeez.
happened, don't you?
I kind of, yeah.
Go get your peacock and find out for yourself. Grab your peacock and find out for yourself.
Grab life by the
Get
peacock
to your
and watch it.
peacocking. Get to your peacocking.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was delightful. The after show, the after party for last night's Mayhem show ran like an hour and a half.
Yeah, we definitely.
was.
And by the way, the entire Halloween party segment, there needs to be a smash cut of all the segments. It was just wonderful on every conceivable level.
The Halloween party segments themselves deserve a deep dive.
Mhm.
Because they're all over the place. The cameos are everywhere.
Yeah.
And
And this was
jokes
also-
from 20 years ago.
And Matt
So-
and I, we did the look at Al, look at Dawn,
Look at Al.
look at Dawn,
Look at Al.
look at Dawn.
Nobody out there gets that.
I
Nothing.
have no idea
Tina
what's
gets-
happening.
Tina gets it.
Al Wilson, Sorg.
Al Wilson. Remember
Tori's
Al?
dad. Remember Tori's dad who died of a heart attack from too much sex with Dawn Marie?
Oh.
Sorg, that angle is just starting
Uh-huh.
in October.
Oh,
So as
It's
I'm
just
watching
the
these
beginning.
episodes, as I'm watching these
Oh,
episodes to
God.
follow this tag team tournament, I'm getting the genesis of the Al Wilson storyline.
Jeez.
This show was great.
I'm telling you, SmackDown late 2002 was on a level that I don't know if we'll ever reach again. And I mean that sincerely, both on a story level and on a wrestling level. Like, Sorg, do you know what a random throwaway match on the card was? Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio.
Sorg,
For shits and giggles.
every week on this show, it's some random combination of it's Edge and Brock Lesnar tonight in the main event. Oh, and by the way, the undercard is Eddie Guerrero versus what's his name that we're not allowed to talk about anymore. They're just throwing these matches out every week.
It was Edge versus what's his name, and Eddie had a match with someone else. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Was it Kurt?
Maybe, sure.
It might have been Kurt.
It happened. They all have every combination.
Oh no, it was
happened.
Kurt.
Yeah.
Because what's his name came out.
Yeah.
By the way, if you don't know who what's his name is, just look up 2004 WrestleMania main event.
Some guy.
Yeah.
Some guy.
Yeah. Okay.
But my God,
I
SmackDown
agree.
2002
It's like
was on a completely different level.
I know I froze right there.
Yeah, you froze again.
I thought it was just a dramatic pause.
when WWE gets in the zone,
Mm-hmm.
and we've seen this a time or two, and I could try to single out certain moments in time, but we've seen these 6 months bursts where it hits every time, and that's SmackDown in late 2002. It's WWE just doing everything right. Paul Heyman's at the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You're in good hands. The trust is there. All the stories are just their beats are just all ran along. It's so
it's
good.
like the MC goddamn you.
It's fantastic.
Like you know what? I didn't want to see a whole 8-episode arc about the robot with Tony's AI in it and some crazy wavy hand lady, but you know what? I'm gonna watch it.
Mhm.
That's
Here we
exactly oh my God. Are Dawn Marie and Al Wilson the WandaVision of SmackDown 2002?
Oh, let's move on to Elevation. I don't want to explore this.
That would mean Tori Wilson is Agatha all along.
Look at Al.
So there was an Elevation tonight
Yeah, we got to get onto this.
that seemed really familiar because we were there.
We were live witnesses.
We were live witnesses to this Elevation as well as Dynamite, Rampage, and Dark last week. So things feel also we're in Pittsburgh. Therefore, a lot of Pittsburgh talent makes it. Pittsburgh. So a lot of local talent showed up on these tapings.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fantastic. Matt?
Yes. How? Let's start with this one. This is always a fun topic. How excited was my 11-year-old son Mason when he got to see Katie Arquette in the ring? He was on the top of his. He was standing on the seat of his chair, jumping up and down, waving his hand. Hi, Katie! Katie, I'm over here! Katie, I'm over here! And before she gets a chance to acknowledge her or acknowledge him, we hear the music of Jade Cargill, and Mason goes, "Oh no! No!"
Now, I have a question. Is this the first ever Mason bump?
Oh, it is.
I think
so.
it is.
Yeah.
It's the first ever Mason bump.
Mm-hmm.
Props.
There you
Absolutely,
go.
and a good
There
one,
you
too.
go.
The first ever Mason bump.
Mason bump. The Mason Mayhem bump.
Our friend Ray Lynn was on the show.
Mm-hmm.
They did not announce her from Pittsburgh.
No, it was
They
like from
announced her as
California.
being from some random town in California. Is that a regular thing, Sorg?
It's been a while since I've seen her on a card, so I don't. I can't
Was she
recall.
supposed to be booed?
I think she's. I mean, I think generally she's, booked from California or Florida or something. So, or
Who is she up against?
Thunder Rosa.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Well-
They didn't want her cheered over Thunder Rosa.
Well,
Well, I mean, there's a lot of cheering happening.
I'm
for
sure,
the
but-
and Mike, you might be surprised to know that the fans were all in the know, and they
Yeah,
cheered
yeah.
for Raylan.
Everybody's like, "Yay, it's the main event! Yay, it's Raylan!"
I know,
Yeah.
loud TME chants during the
Where were you?
during that tag chant against those geeks from Everrise. I swear to God, I saw
Yes,
them
yeah.
5 or 6 times this week
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
They just kept coming. I'm like, God, again? All right, where do they come?
You saw them
I
way
am
more than
so-
2.0 times.
Oh, I am so ready to watch Sting beat their asses next week.
Yes.
Or, I'm sorry, all
Yes.
Wednesday.
I
I'm ready.
cannot believe that we have gone in 2 months from them having a YouTube show to them wrestling Sting.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
That is the wildest thing
I-
I've ever heard of. And
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler and some schmuck with a bad haircut had a casket match in Poughkeepsie this weekend.
What?
Yes. You can't teach it.
Oh, interesting.
Uh-huh. I
The
wanted
the
both
magic
guys
of
to
wrestling.
lose. I
Because
wanted both guys to
2021
lose,
wrestling
you know.
is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And no randomizer bingo card.
Nope.
Mayhem Mania.
Fed can not even Mayhem Mania, not even Mason Mania can predict all the wild stuff
I was gonna
that's
say,
going on right now.
Mason Mania comes closest.
He's hovering around it a
He's-
little bit. But,
yeah.
he's always getting close. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's always awesome to see these guys, and I the thing that stands out to me, I'm just like, are we gonna sign the main event or what?
Seriously, at this
Like,
point.
what more do you need
Seriously.
to see?
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
boys kicking ass. Let's go.
Well,
Yeah.
no, see, Matt, here's what they need to do. They need to have a match with Miro, and they need to lose. And then they have to have a friend of theirs come out and say, "Guess what? We're giving you a contract anyway."
Oh, you going there, huh? All right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's interesting. Well, we can talk about that on Tuesday, but my point still stands. I don't care who takes the bait on the main event. Somebody needs to. We got all these wrestling companies out there looking for.
Even if they
for
pop
talent.
up an Impact or Ring of Honor or something, man, the main
Come
event,
on.
the main event would be a great addition to the Shane Taylor promotions.
Yeah.
I think.
Like they got the size.
Mhm.
That's all you need to do. They can wrestle. There's nothing. You don't need anything else.
I think
All right.
Ring of Honor
You guys
needs
can go.
Ring of Honor certainly needs tag teams and 6-mans because I feel like their roster isn't deep enough, right, for this kind of stuff. Maybe they'll build back up as they're actually touring and doing more shows now, more than just TV. But like I could see them. If those guys aren't under contract, like, hey, ROH, scoop them up before somebody else definitely will. So inevitable,
far as, like,
inevitable. It's inevitable that
As
you're going to
far
see
as-
those guys on your TV more. Sorry,
Absolutely.
go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. As far as like the non-friend of the show matches went on Elevation, highlight for me, Lance Archer, changing the temperature of the room instantly, and just absolutely destroying some random geek that I did not even catch the name of when we were there live. If you watch in the background, you can see Mason jumping up and down. He's so excited to watch Lance Archer throw this small person around.
Riz was my date for the night, and he had apparently never seen a Lance Archer segment
At all, so he didn't know
at all.
the bit.
Like he starts throwing the guy out of the tunnel, and he's like, "What is happening right now?" I was like, "This is every match, dude." He's like, "This is
is it.
crazy." I'm like, "Yes, welcome to Lance Archer."
I mean, yeah, and it was like, hey, it wasn't like that crowd wasn't gonna die anyway.
Mhm.
But like when Lance Archer came out, and you get like the first things you see is like you get music, Lance throws the dude out of the tunnel, and then the fireworks start going off, and next thing you know, it's just like move, 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 move. This dude's done, toast.
Mhm.
Great, I love it. Squash matches, highly underrated. Anything else there stand out to you, Sorgi? From
No, again,
the
kind
Elevation
of
taping?
listening in the background. Both you and Chachi messaged me, and then I had to go watch the show and see this when Serpentico, I think, gets thrown towards Mark Madden, somebody points him out, and Eddie Kingston was like, "Who's that? Who's that? Oh, that guy that ripped off Joey Styles on TV back in the day." I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, Tony and Paul. Eddie's like, "Who's that?" And they're like, "Oh, that's Mark Madden." And at first, Eddie's like, "I never heard of him." And then Tony's like, "Oh yeah, he was did the commentary on Nitro back in the day." And Eddie's like, "Oh yeah. Is that the guy who like ripped off Joey Styles when he was at the announce desk for WCW?" And I was like, "Geez,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, you go bring that back."
Yeah, that guy. So Eddie Kingston was a special kind of unhinged on commentary that night. Apparently,
yeah, he was all over the place.
He was. He really was. I like. He was afraid of pyro. He was like mad at the guys in the back for not warning him that Jade had pyro. So,
I mean, but a welcome addition.
Oh, it is. It's so much fun. So much fun. So
I need that. You know, I like Dark because Excalibur and Taz feel like they're completely out of control.
Mm-hmm.
I need that chaotic energy
mm-hmm.
in my Dark matches.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes that's a little bit missing when you get Paul White out there. Hey, Sorg.
Yes.
How about the former Big Show Paul White's theme song in AEW?
Yes.
How about that banger?
Yes.
That I was singing for the rest of. Well, they got the guy, Sorg, from the song, the other song, in that other company, and he came back and sang a new song. And while we were driving back up from West Newton on Saturday night, Rob Brown and I were breaking it down, and we realized it was basically, if you pay attention to the lyrics of this song that they wrote for Paul White and AEW, it sounds like it's the theme song for whatever the next sitcom he's going to be in, because the lyrics are just like, you know, now I'm at a new place and I'm doing new things and you know what?
But what was it? Was it like the song from Basketball where they're just saying the plot of the movie?
Kind of. Yeah, it's kind of like,
okay.
I used to be in that other place, now I'm here. And yeah, I'm not going to try to sing, but it's I sang it to myself all week. That and the Wingmen song, which I did not get to hear last week, and I'm very disappointed. That's the other top track in AEW.
How's that track go again, Matt?
Okay.
I've heard this so many times over the weekend. I finally queued it up in the car on the way to RWA. I'm like, we're gonna hear what the lyrics are at least at this point, okay? So
it was probably as many times as I did Ember Moon's theme song during.
I know that's another
fit,
one
actually.
But
yeah.
my nervous energy pre-show while we were setting up in West Newton was me just kind of like walking around going just like that to myself. So. Yeah.
Ember starts a fire.
Yeah, no, same vibes.
We are cruising
same
for
vibes.
the takedown right now, so I'm getting nervous.
We are.
So.
I'm getting ready for it. It's okay. Nobody watches on YouTube anyways. Unless I post.
Besides, she doesn't even use that song anymore.
Nobody takes us down. Nobody notices anything on YouTube unless I post a picture of Britt Baker. So, or after shows or whatever.
I mean,
why don't we post
a pic of her to this?
I was gonna
not
say,
a pic, but
why don't we
no. I did the thing. I did the thing that I don't like to do. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that channel. But yeah, I recorded with my phone Britt talking to the audience after like both shows because I'm like, well, this will get the hits, and it did.
Sorg,
it did. So,
I did that once, and it's still one of our.
It's still one of. So I don't know what that says about our content on YouTube.
Someone who doesn't even know her. Come on, man.
That is true. But like, oh well, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, just sure. So I'm sure I wasn't the only one, but no, yeah, it was. I mean, it was actually nice to see to get like a little bit of her, talking to the crowd and everything because that is a nice little off air. With my little cell phone, my like 4-year-old cell phone. Yeah, so I don't know. It's up there if you want to see it on Wrestling Mayhem Show YouTube. So, and please subscribe and watch the show over there too if you'd like to. If you're catching us somewhere, the Big Show show.
Yeah, that was whatever, like the Netflix show he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know what the theme song was for that because I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I don't think there was.
It should have been
it was. Yeah, there was a lot going on. Partially related, but not really. The Big Show which was the Cody talent and Snoop Dogg and everybody talent show, is actually over on HBO Max now. If you're curious
The
about
Go
that.
Big Show.
No,
The
no,
Go
the-
Big
that's
Show.
the
Thank
Go
you.
Big Show.
The Go Big Show. Well, he went. He goed.
Yeah. Cody's
He
off
goed.
TV. Cody's off
goed
TV
over to
now 'cause they're
AEW
filming
since.
season 2.
Okay, there you go. But
Oh,
see,
by the way,
Hey, this is an interesting little nugget here. Rob Brown says Lance Archer once murdered a pile of clowns right in front of me.
yes,
who hasn't?
yes.
What a
And
tale,
I had
Rob.
to
That's
yell.
interesting.
I had to yell for him to get out of the way because I realized it was coming, and he was standing between Lance and half a dozen clowns that he was about to murder. So, yes.
I have a question. This is more of an opinion question. I guess we can bring it up tomorrow too. Who's planning on watching the Rhodes reality show?
I'll watch it. I'll watch it, see what the vibe is. I will watch a first episode or two.
I feel like
I'm about to sign up for Stars so I can watch Heels for tomorrow. So
I'm also going to watch Heels for tomorrow.
yeah, I think I'm signing up for that trial at least until that show's over. It's
But
it's a business expense.
I
That
feel
counts.
like we need Matt.
What?
I feel like when the Rhodes show debuts, I feel like we need I'm gonna say an expert opinion based on our time talking about Total Divas together.
Oh,
I think we're gonna need Jen's opinion on the Rhodes show.
Mhm.
I'll see what she thinks. You know,
Yeah.
That's
if
a
you ever
good
need
plan.
someone to review 90 Day Fiance, she can drop in here too. We can get DP on here. You know, the real competition on cable TV right now.
Imagine
Between
if
them
there
and
was
the
a
challenge.
Imagine if there was a wrestling 90 Day Fiance.
They've done that angle a few times.
Yeah, I know, but like an actual competition.
Yeah.
Like someone's gimmick was that he was looking for a bride within 90 days.
Hey,
I need to get married by Survivor Series or I'm out of the country.
so I don't know if this has any bearing on anything, but because I was just gonna do something easy and throw Stars on like my Prime account for video, and I came across a apparent hour and 29-minute movie from 2018, also called Heels. And the adopted brothers go to extreme measures wrestling to save their family business. Is that the plot of the series as well? There's a trailer. Oh, there's a trailer. Okay, hold on.
It might be.
I know none of these guys look like Stephen Amell. Like, not even close.
Do any of them look
So,
like Cookie Monster Punk?
It's an indie rights movie, and it looks... Oh, jeez. What doesn't look too bad so far? Oh, I don't know. So there's Heels.
I'm trying to look up the IMDb.
You got to purchase it. There's nobody seemingly recognizable from the little bit I've just discovered this movie.
Oh,
So-
Jesus, that poster.
Yeah, it's not good.
Ooh, that is.
Well, whatever they have on Amazon doesn't look real great either.
Let's see.
So-
I'm trying to see if I recognize.
I don't think there's anything going on there.
Oh boy. Yeah. No.
So I don't have the,
I
I don't have the
don't
computer hooked up, but I
recognize-
mean, there's the poster that I'm getting over there on the Amazon. That is not Stephen Amell, even a little
No.
bit. So, and other dude that looks like poor man's Adam
Sorg,
Page.
Sorg, would you believe this is that's only the dude's second movie?
I would believe it. I would believe it.
He's also one of the leads. So he's really
Listen, man,
really in there.
I'm watching. I don't know how much stuff I've watched. I'm watching Joseph Gordon-Levitt show on Apple TV right now, and it's depressing. Don't watch depressing stuff while your wife has been away for 2 months.
Yeah,
I won't put that
don't
out
do
there.
that.
I've made that mistake, and I've had a couple bad days. But anyways, so let's get back to it. Elevation, great as usual.
I'm going to watch Elevation.
Yeah,
Because I want to support
Mike's gonna watch it.
our local friends.
This is where it's gonna come around. This is where it's coming around.
I severely doubt it.
Did you catch what the main event is?
Is it the Lee Moriarty match?
No,
that's
on
coming
Dark.
up on
That's
Tuesday.
on Dark.
Oh,
That's on Tuesday.
okay.
The main event on tonight's show is a Lucha Underground special. It is
Hold on.
Lucha Brothers
Uh-huh.
versus Angelico and Jack
Oh
Evans.
yeah, TH2.
Let's go.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
Again,
In Helico
I've never
and
said
Phoenix get
anything
wild,
bad.
It's good times. So.
I've never said anything bad about the talent. I just will not weekly watch that show.
Yeah,
Good.
maybe you will.
Wait, I don't want you to
Maybe
watch
we'll
it
get to
anyway.
That's fine.
So-
That's fine.
That's
You know
fine.
what? That's for
You're on your
us.
way.
That's for us. It's not for you. It's
That's
for
fine.
us.
That's
For
what I'm
us.
saying.
We
And-
will enjoy
All right,
it.
and I will
but now
give
you know.
credit. I will give credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks ago, I said, if you want to make me care about these people that are featured only exclusively, basically, on the YouTube shows,
Mm-hmm.
give me a reason. They did that with Red Velvet, who had
Yes.
an in-ring promo,
Yes.
and they did that with a nice video package for Fuego del Sol.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm asking them to do.
There was somebody else. They did. Did they go over the Joey Janela stuff on Dynamite? Did I see a package?
Nope.
They
No,
ran a clip.
Is
They
that
ran
what
the clip
happened?
of the turn.
They
yeah.
ran a clip, but
Yeah. But it was a
they
little.
didn't.
But it was a little bit. Hey, this happened on Dark, right? Which that's a significant.
Yeah, but there was no follow.
No, yeah, because it was really weird. Because it looked like it was
There
just
was
kind
no.
of.
There was no.
It did.
follow-up.
It did look like it was just kind of punched in there from what I saw.
Yeah.
Live, and I was like,
But I mean, if they're dropping it in there, you would hope that there is going to be a follow-up.
yeah, maybe some,
What
maybe
happened?
you drop it in there this week so that something happens at Dynamite or Rampage next week, right?
I hope so.
I would think.
Yeah.
So aside from that, no, yeah, I think they did pretty good with that kind of stuff. Same with Del Sol, and yeah, no, I think they've done.
Oh, the
really
Fuego
well.
del Sol stuff was lovely. on
Yeah.
Rampage.
Good. It
That
came
was
off.
great.
It came off really. I haven't watched the show
Yeah.
yet.
No, it came off great.
so, good.
Came off fantastic. They got me. They got me on that third tornado DT. I'm like, okay. Although I will say, and I'm sure we'll get into it more on Rampage. They need to sort out that commentary situation.
I
I heard it was pretty wild.
Is it
My God, it was almost unlistenable.
really?
It was like I almost turned it off.
Like, I'm kind of glad we were there in person to experience it.
Yeah.
By the way,
I couldn't hear anyone.
I gotta say, okay, we'll talk more about Rampage tomorrow, but
Yeah.
I gotta talk about the one thing, and then I want to talk about Free Guy. I want to talk about so that finish to Christian Cage and Kenny Omega.
Mhm.
Chachi right at the beginning of that match is like, man, I'm looking forward to this match, but we all know what's gonna happen here, right? Right?
Oh no! I knew what was.
Wait,
gonna happen,
hold
and
on.
it's not what Chachi thought was
Let me
gonna
finish
happen.
my thread. So he's like, we all know what's going to happen here. I'm just like, but this is going to be great. I'm like, we'll see. Because in my mind, some title is changing tonight, and I didn't think it was Britt,
exactly.
right? And thinking about it, I was like, I really don't think it's going to be. I'm like there could be an upset with Miro. Maybe. So
If
and
it
I'm
was
like,
Britt, it was because someone huge was debuted.
right.
Like a
but
Ruby
anyways,
Riott
but
or an
anyways,
iconic or something. Like
So that thing happened. The chair came in, the kill shot, and now we were on the end in the 100 section, like the front row of the 100 section, directly like 50-yard line of the ring. You know what I mean? Not 50, but end zone, but directly like at the cross section. So when they pulled out the chair and did the kill shot, we got the direct side view of that action.
yeah.
And he hits it. He hits the 1, 2, 3. I thought I punched Chachi as I raised out of my chair, punching the air. I don't think an arena level show like that has had me jump out of my seat with a title win, with the win in general, since Kurt Angle won the championship in Pittsburgh from Stone Cold Steve Austin in what, 2001?
Okay.
2?
All right.
Maybe?
2.
So
1.
it was 1, yes. So that's like, that fucking got me, and that was so great.
Good.
And like that was like an insane match. I loved it. Loved it.
It was just
Loved
like, it was just one of those things. Like once the crowd had rallied behind Christian,
Mhm.
once the crowd decided that we're gonna go along, we're gonna believe that Christian has a chance here.
Mhm.
Once they got to that point, it was on after that, because then the crowd starts biting on all the near falls, and then you get to the point where the actual you could tell like this is like the
Right.
fork in the road once that chair is in the ring, and once that kill switch was unbelievable. Like I just Rob has a picture of it, and Kenny's like face is like in the seat, like right there. He got the perfect shot of it. And oh my God, that was an incredible.
And then so
finish.
you go from that to the Del Sol thing, and that hot start to the Del Sol match, and you're just like, oh my God, is this going to happen too? Is this because you're like already like that? Oh my, like anything can happen, and then you roll into that, and like, is this real? And then it's not, and then it does, and then it is. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's just a matter of like keeping the crowd.
Yeah.
Energized, which was something AEW has done well.
Yes,
going all the way back to the first time they brought Dynamite to Pittsburgh.
Right,
was how well they maintained the energy of the show throughout the show, where there weren't many lulls, and how good, specifically how good Justin Roberts is at just kind of like letting the crowd kind of take their breath during a commercial. And then kind of reminding them, like, hey, 30 seconds, guys, and get them ramped back up so they're ready to go when we get back on.
I will say, one lull of the entirety of the televised Pittsburgh shows that I saw, the fucking side L's. The fucking side L's.
Well,
it didn't come off as well on TV because you can see them on hard camera just hovering and waiting for their spot. I'm like... Yeah. But like, Matt Sydal at least should know better than that. And it completely took me out of the match because I only remember who their partner is, but he's getting like double teamed.
Dante Martin.
Yeah, but they're just watching and they're like, oh, we can't do anything. I'm like, yes, you can. Just get the fuck in there. Like, they had to stay down.
Yeah.
The whole time, and it was just it took me completely out of the match.
Stuff like that happens.
Yeah,
sorry that happened.
That's wrestling, man.
I don't want to burn too much of our ammunition on kind of everything that happens.
And here's another one I want to mention because it brought up about her kind of turning heel again at the end of the night. Britt was never not a heel this entire week.
Britt's always been a heel.
I want to point that out.
Yep.
We were cheering her because she's ours.
Yeah.
Right. Pittsburgh.
Yes.
But also, I think we're kind of like questioning like that. But we're all cheering her, and he's like, yeah, because she's in her hometown, and it doesn't matter if we cheer her and we make a big deal out of it, because everybody fucking hates Pittsburgh. That's not here.
But see, the thing is, everyone loves Britt Baker, I think, regardless of where they are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no.
You're gonna get.
She's.
And this is a slight dig. She's really the only female right now with a full-fledged personality in AEW. She is. I feel
Thunder. You're not giving Thunder a lot of credit.
Thunder Rosa is the second closest.
Okay.
Second closest. I'll grant her that.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
But if you ask me what Chris Statlander is, I don't know what Chris Statlander is. I know who she's friends with.
I think she's on that rebuild because she.
Yeah, no, she's definitely on the rebuild because she was off for a while.
I think Ty Conti's great. As far as her persona.
But when was the last time Ty Conti was on TV?
It's
been ages.
Well, she's all over the other stuff, but again, she
got
one of
the ones that was built up pretty high.
Right, she got a title match, and you got to build yourself back up, right? So I mean, they're doing the real cycle of that. So like that's happening. So even additionally, like that Chris Statlander and Nyla Rose had the side feud was actually pretty great.
Oh, I guess not Nyla too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think Nyla's great.
I just got Nyla. Nyla's definitely a
okay. We're going into now, but I forgot how nuclear heat Vicky got.
Oh yeah.
To feel that in person, and it does hurt your ears when she does that. And also people that don't need a microphone, Vicky Guerrero and Luther.
Yeah.
You hear it everywhere. Anyways, so that's not. I feel like
I just think that just to put a bow on like the Brit and kind of how she was presented, I think I'm gonna. My thinking is that they kind of let her drift more tweener over the last several weeks or month or so, knowing that this show in Pittsburgh was coming. and that by the end of that show, it was kind of like, this is a course correction. Now she has another heavy in her corner,
Right.
Jamie Hayter, and now we're going to move forward with her as a heel because they kind of like need to do that because they have just a roster of like stacked, built, ready to go baby faces to challenge her. They don't have a lot of heels built up behind Britt. So it makes sense going forward for them to kind of like, okay, the Pittsburgh show's behind us.
Yeah.
Britt's a heel. Going forward, she's going to be 100% heel.
She's
No
still
more,
gonna get
goofing
cheered
off.
She's still gonna get cheered out.
She might still get cheered, but that might depend on the opposition you put in front of her too. Because if you're gonna put her in front of someone like Thunder Rosa or Statlander,
she has the chance.
And Ty Conti, and Sheeta's still stacking wins on Dark, even though no one's seeing it. But they have a lot of baby faces lined up that they can feed to Britt. So we'll see if they.
She could very easily land, if she hasn't already, into that Kenny Omega role where everybody kind of cheers and respects, but she is the heel.
Oh,
and
I
you're
know.
play
I
along
think
the heel
Kenny
side.
gets booed.
Kenny gets booed, but Kenny gets
his entrance gets cheered.
Yeah,
but he generally gets booed.
Right.
But why does he get booed? Does he get booed because I'm sure there are fans who are like, I want to see Christian Cage win, but there's also, I'm sure, fans who are like, I really like Kenny Omega, but I know that my role here is to boo Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
I will boo Kenny Omega.
It's definitely some of both.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you're doing the reaction and you're in on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're as the fan, you're playing the part that you're part of being a fan is playing the part of the fan. Especially if you're a damn smart mark that thinks they know everything, and if you can't let yourself say, "Oh, I'm supposed to boo this guy," and let's play along with the rest of the crowd and get into it and forget about all that other shit, which is what something like Christian and Omega did for us, right? Like all of us, it's still, even after all these years, it's astonishing to me when I react to a title change win the way the Steelers won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's just, it's wild, and I love that detachment that happens.
I was, so my wife, Jen, and I were driving home after the show, the Rampage show, and we were going back through our brains, and we are together pretty sure that was the first time either of us had been in attendance live to see a world title change hands. Never before. We did not see the Kurt Angle Stone Cold one. No, a world title did not change hands at that Mania, Mad Mike.
No, I know, but
it was crazy. And maybe I'll remember one eventually, but I don't think it's ever happened. So pretty special moment.
Well, do you count a women's title? Because I was gonna say you've seen several of those.
Yeah, I don't really feel like. No.
Okay.
Didn't really feel the same.
Okay.
I'm gonna get. Nope. Chat room's okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna get away with that one.
We'll see when the delay
guess,
happens.
I guess the point is like a top title, in a company. So. And it was the Impact World title.
That's a good point too. Rob was right in front of Vicky there on the barricade and couldn't hear her over the crowd reaction.
Oh well, Matt, do you count the NXT Championship?
No.
Okay. Because we saw Malachi Black win it.
A major company title, which would be Impact's. It counts.
Kinda.
All right.
I mean, it felt major.
I was gonna get into this tomorrow. It's a little weird to have the first match of your new secondary show be for someone else's title.
New world,
it's weird
baby.
As hell, but
it's weird,
and it's even weirder when you think, all right, this is Christian's legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this? I saw a tweet about this. I don't remember who it was. He won the big gold belt in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He won the ECW title in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He won the NWA title in TNA. And he won the TNA title in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Weird legacy.
Very weird.
But hey,
weird legacy.
Hey, gold, baby.
I mean, but you're right.
Gold's gold, baby.
It was weird, but they had gotten it to the point where it became more about Omega than it was about Impact Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
The commentary made that very clear.
Right.
Okay.
And that's I don't know
Hey,
what
let's-
Impact is getting from this. I don't know what Impact is getting from this because the commentary basically treated, and even Christian's post-match interview was like, "Oh man, well, if Kenny fought this hard for the Impact title, I don't know how I'll ever be able to take the like."
Hey,
Right.
back to that aspect of it. I think there's a very serious thing here where, and I think this is like something because they're on TNT, that they can't mention something on Access TV. As hey, go watch Impact on Access, for instance.
No, but Sorg, it's not that.
You sure?
It's not that. Yes, no, it's them literally treating the Impact title like it's lesser. Than.
Like an Intercontinental title or something.
Not even.
Okay.
Not even. Like,
Okay. Well,
like the way they talk about it, it makes it seem like, oh yeah, this is just something else he's carrying around.
yeah. Well, but they do the same thing with the AAA Mega title too. But like, hey, he's got that Mega title too, right? No,
not true.
no.
No?
Not
All
true.
right.
They do not do that with AAA.
Okay.
But they barely talk about AAA.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they barely talk about it. But I'd rather have them barely talk about it than they really just kind of put.
In
down.
contrast, because I don't think they might have mentioned the show, but I don't think they had anything like this. When I was watching clips from Impact last week, they actually had a graphic in the corner for the New Japan Resurgence pay-per-view.
Right.
So, like, I think this is something at a company level that happens. I feel like AEW has to dance around the fact with the Impact titles for some reason. And this is purely going to be this is a business something that we don't know, and we're not running a
But I know, it's
wildly
just
popular
irritating.
promotion that's doing very well. So yeah, you're right. It is strange. Like I shouldn't they be like, hey, and then this is going to happen on Strong, and this is going to happen on
And-
Impact,
and I have a
help each
feeling-
other out.
Kenny's getting the Impact title back.
Yeah, I feel like that too. So especially since he didn't lose the Mega over the weekend or anything, and
Yeah.
although there was speculation that maybe he was supposed to, and they swapped it up because he lost the Impact title. It's purely speculation from a non-reputable source that I think Matt told me about.
Yeah. Oh, well, there was definitely you could definitely sense like an increase of an impact over the past week or so that was not there for months.
Okay.
Because they do kind of have a tendency to just kind of seem like they're doing their own thing, except you see Kenny with, extra belts that don't, get talked a whole ton about. But over the past week, like once the wheels started turning towards this Christian match, on AEW's TV and on Impact's TV, you could really feel that they were like you could tell that Impact and AEW had put their heads together and they were in lockstep on this. And
it
they
makes
knew
you
exactly
wonder
how they were going to make this thing play out.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It really does. Like, what if this is turning into, because they are dumping all of the AEW stuff over the TBS, which is a bigger network, with, of course, with specials happening over on TNT. I like to say Clash of the Champions style. But what if that is also making room for potentially bringing Impact Wrestling into the fold on TNT?
Never
I don't
happen.
think that's
That'll
ever going to
never
happen.
Why?
Look, TNT has
Why?
I'm sorry, Impact has to get out of that Skyway Studios before we're going to have any discussion about them getting off of Access TV.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
think. Well, maybe that'd be part of it. Maybe it's like, hey, we got this deal, we got this money, we can do bigger studio, bigger arena, something, right? Like there would be an upgrade
No,
along
like
with that.
AEW could be happy to work with Impact and all these other companies too, but
Yeah.
it's not their job to drag Impact up to their level. Like Impact has
No,
like,
it's
there's
up
a
to
reason.
That's up to
There's
them.
a
But
reason Impact was where it was for so long.
How many wrestling programs before Impact really just took over the entire slate for them, and they have Impact Week on Access when the good guys are introducing bad karate movies or whatever every night leading into a big pay-per-view? How many wrestling shows did Access have? They had Women of Wrestling. They had the New Japan recap announced show with Jim Ross. There was another show that was on there, if I recall as well. That was like a random one.
But now they're down to just Impact, right?
Impact, and they added before the Impact with basically a third hour of Impact wrestling. It still goes down to, and this is why you get things like Smackdown over on Smackdown, even for as much as they paid for it. Wrestling is cheap television. Much
Yeah.
like reality television. It is cheap television that is in the now, that you have to, for the most part, watch now on the show, on the program, in the time slot, so you don't miss it because of FOMO and hearing the results and all that kind of stuff. And that's what cable networks want. That's why MLW is going to Vice. That's why, and has all the other wrestling content going over there, because everybody's capitalizing on this. I really like, okay, great, TBS is going to get this stuff, TNT's still getting stuff as a network, but I don't see them, like, I could see them still adding more programming with Impact Wrestling that obviously already has a great relationship with something they already have. It makes sense to me. I don't know what the deals are. I don't know what Anthem's doing. But I think they're getting some buzz, and even if it's another thing that, like, hey, we did this with this, what if we do this? Because when something works in television, what do we end up doing? Oversaturation. It happens all the time, and I could see that, but that could be a benefit in the long run there. But anyways.
Hey, you know what? We'll see. But
we'll
I
see.
guess what you did was you triggered a previous thought that I always have about Impact, and my frustration with seeing them, parade out Kenny Omega and Jay White and so many of their own stars in front of these tiny crowds in the Impact Zone, and I sit at home and I think, if ever there was a time for you to get back on the road and get your product in front of more live fans, it is now. You've got to get out there. If you want to grow, you've got to get back out there.
But Matt, you got the problem. If you have Kenny Omega and Jay White on your TV show, and then they don't show up on the road.
Well, look, I'm not talking about them doing house shows. I'm telling them they've got to get their TV out thing resembling a slightly larger, more energetic
they're getting
environment.
Building it up, and who
because if they're not going to do it now,
and we don't know
how long. Omega might never be on Impact again.
Yeah,
this might be the end.
It's very possible.
Jay White might never be on Impact again.
Yeah,
like he's kind of done his 4 weeks or so. He might be gone. And that might be it. So that was your window. That was your chance, and it's gone now. And now
what?
You've got what you have left.
What they're doing now.
And look, Impact has been rolling out a nice show. It's a well-booked show. Honestly, if I'm going to say it right now, it is probably the most competent and coherently booked pro wrestling show going right now here in the States.
Whoa.
But, and eventually you got to get out there. You got to be brave, and you got to get out there. And I know it can be a little scary. I know Impact has taken some hits in the past.
When is the last time they toured?
I don't even know.
Like they were the Twitch shows
before the pandemic shut things down. I think they were bouncing between a couple different sites. I think they were doing some stuff up in Toronto. I think they were doing stuff in Nashville.
Yeah,
look, I wasn't really even following. I wasn't really even following Impact until this crossover stuff started to happen.
I accidentally pulled up clips of I think maybe 2019 Impact, thinking it was the week I was, the new week or something, right? And I was like, this venue looks different and bigger, and then it turned out like it was like, probably like the Canada venue or something like that. But honestly, not much different style-wise than what they're doing now and size-wise. So I think this is part of their whole need to build back up that they've been doing for years now, on top of a rebuild back up to your backup. So you're right. You're right.
I know they want to take the time to do this the right way, and look, I'm telling you, I like what Impact's been doing, and most of the time I enjoy their show. They've improved a lot just within the last 6 or 8 months that I've been following it week by week. But they've got to be careful, because if they don't take the next step, they're going to get passed by.
Right.
New Japan.
And New Japan
is loading up, and they are touring. Okay,
right. New Japan.
They are going to run a big show in San Jose.
New Japan.
They're going to run the 2300 arena in Philadelphia. They're going to tape TV in front of larger crowds. They're not going to be doing TV in front of that empty studio. Down in Long Beach.
So I'm watching that Resurgence show, and they're talking about the dates and everything, and what's coming up. I have still need to finish. I think hopefully if we ever finish this show, I'll watch the rest of it tonight. But the way they talked about the touring and stuff that they had plans for America, this is New Japan's second brand.
They're
it's
coming.
a second
They're coming.
American brand for them, it feels, because they have so
Yeah.
many people here that are just mainly American guys, and then of course they're mixing and matching with people coming over from Japan. Like it really
And
is.
they are stationing big names here in America.
Yes.
Like Jay White is not going back to Japan. He
No.
is not going to Japan for the G1.
No.
Will Ospreay is not going back to Japan for this G1. They are staying here in the States. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Ring of Honor is doing what they can.
Yeah, obviously they're running into trouble with COVID and
Yeah,
had to
bigger
move something.
houses.
But they're getting there.
MLW
Yeah.
is getting out there, and
Yeah.
Impact is still stuck in that studio.
Well, we don't know.
All
Maybe
right?
the plan's coming
Let's
up. Maybe the plan's coming up, but you never know. You never know. Some people need to be able to see Sam Beal's curls in person. Okay,
Sam
that's
Beal
what
needs
needs
to
to
be
happen.
seen live
That's what
to
needs
be
to happen.
appreciated.
Real quick, Free Guy. I keep messing it up. Here is my comment on Free Guy because I know I'm the only one that watched it this weekend. If you have the chance to see it in the theater, we saw it for the first time because I had a ton of AMC discounts from before the pandemic. I had like $30 in tickets. I paid $5 for. I got the Dolby Atmos crazy theater out there at the AMC. It is my favorite theater to see a movie. It's only one screen that they have there. It's better than the IMAX, guys. So I saw it there. And this movie is Deadpool, except you see Ryan's face more and with a bit less swearing and crudity. It actually is, I believe, written, produced by
So it's Detective
Ryan.
Pikachu?
It's no, it's better than Free Guy is better than Detective Pikachu. I said it. I said it.
Oh boy. Somewhere
Sorry.
somewhere Chachi just woke up in a cold sweat.
Hold on, I'm gonna text him right now. Is Free Guy better than Detective? Because that's his thing, right?
I know.
Is Free Guy better than?
Is that the bar?
Yes,
That's a
because
gatekeeper movie?
every movie
He's gonna
has to
ask
be.
you if you've been
He's
drinking.
asking. Well, after he sees how you spell Pikachu, he will ask that. So I have considered.
Kid.
Yes, but no. Recommended. If you don't want to go to the theater, it's okay. The windows are like 30 or 45 days. I'm sure it'll be on Disney Plus by October. Okay.
Probably Hulu.
I think this would land on a. This could potentially land on a. They've been having some.
I think if it was gonna go to Disney Plus, they'd go same day.
No, not necessarily. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Hey,
I think
hey,
it's up in
Sorg,
the air. Yes. Yes.
Can I take the kids?
To Free Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's PG-13. There's some slight swearing, but man, I think it's. Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay.
I think it's kid worthy, and they play Fortnite, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, then they'll love this.
Okay.
There's a lot. There's a lot of GTA and
Okay.
Fortnite kind
That's
of.
what I kind of.
There's a major, and I will say, I know this movie started as a Fox movie. And this is part of why I say this is Deadpool. There's some stuff they did, and I'm trying very hard not to get spoiled because I really.
Well, I mean, the promo for it was Deadpool and Korg sitting down to watch the trailer.
Okay. Yes.
So I mean.
Okay. So
They lean
there is
into
that.
that, I'm
And
sure.
don't watch anything else because I immediately got on YouTube, started bringing up Free Guy stuff, and it spoiled one of the biggest surprise of this that I loved of this movie.
Okay.
And maybe the stuff on TV is already spoiling it. I don't know, but I'm so glad
I haven't seen anything.
I'm so glad I knew nothing because there's something they reveal at the end. I was just like, this is great. Then I saw a whole like video about that thing that they did that I could have seen beforehand. I was like, and that would have ruined it for me.
Okay.
But there's some stuff they do in here that is very obvious when they were like, oh, we're owned by Disney now. Well, guess what we're about to do. And you own what and what now? Guess what we're about to do.
Sorg, let me ask a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Is Free Guy in the game played by Noob Master 69?
What?
Never mind.
Oh no, he's an NPC. The whole thing is that he's an NPC.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
What?
Korg and Noob Master 69 play a game.
Oh,
in Ragnarok.
you know what? I'll have to see now. And I want to watch it again because there's some things where, like, some very handsome, handsome actors play some of the other, like, actually player characters, and then you go back and they're like they're like your typical video game person yelling at mom in the vacuum cleaner. So I did not catch some of the usernames, but now knowing that, now I want to watch it again and see if there's a connection. It's very fun.
Because I would love for that to be the connection.
Because there's stuff like that. I think PewDiePie pops up a lot. I'm pretty sure that's who that was. I don't. You know, your kids might know Matt. But
are you telling me there are cameos by YouTubers in this movie?
Oh, I'm almost certainly.
My kids are gonna mark
I didn't know.
I'm
pretty sure PewDiePie's in this.
I gotta tell you. All right, this is my
Ninja. Maybe
son.
I don't. Maybe that was Ninja. I don't know. He had floofy, multi-blonde and colored hair. I don't know. Freaking know.
They're rich.
Yes.
They don't care about us.
Yes.
We don't care about them.
Yeah.
That's
all right. Is that it?
the agreement.
No,
We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. What? I gotta go to bed. I got stuff to do. What's going on?
Hold on, real quick. My Lego update.
Your Lego update.
It is also a spoiler.
Okay.
If you have not seen the first episode of What If, which I recommend that you do. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. The Hydra Stomper.
Oh.
And the modification that I made, Captain Carter riding the Hydra Stomper.
Nice. That was a very big Hero 6 moment.
Complete with UK Shield.
Yes.
And look, it's Skinny Steve.
Yay!
He loves it. He loves it in here.
Wow. That was such a good episode.
I can't wait. This week's is another. It's gonna be real good. It's someone else becomes Star-Lord.
I think we know from. I think we know from the trailer. But
well, yeah, I know it's in the trailer. But if you avoid the trailer, it's a reimagining of Guardians of the Galaxy with someone else.
All right. Oh,
Mad Mike, do you think? Just a quick question, Mad Mike.
Yeah.
Do you think all of these What If episodes are all going to stand alone, or do you think there's going to be a thread that eventually ties all of them together?
Oh, they're gonna be a thread.
Okay.
They're gonna be a thread. In fact, it wouldn't shock me if some of these characters become live action.
Let's
wouldn't shock me in the least. But one of these days we do need to have a serious discussion about What If when it's not a go home show to SummerSlam and you guys didn't see 18 hours of AEW programming live, because I have a lot of questions about the timeline of Captain Carter. Because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be answered, and I'm really curious as to your guys' take. But we won't get into that now because I will talk about it for an hour.
Well, guys, guys, I'm so glad you've been here. I'm
I
so
can't believe
glad.
you all came.
I can't
Wow.
believe you all came
It's
to watch
unbelievable.
this show. Wow. Sorry, Tony Khan came out, and he's the greatest overwhelmed wrestling fan addressing a crowd of 5,000 people I've ever seen. All respect and love for the man who saved professional wrestling. We heard that phrase a lot over the two tapings.
That was fantastic.
From
You know why? Guess why, Mike? Because he did. Because he did.
Thank you,
There you
Tony,
go.
for
Choke on
saving
that,
professional wrestling.
Jesus.
That's right. See you in the morning. 5 minutes, all the news.
That's right. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out. Stay tuned for La Femme Nikita. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.